drawn.
Welcome to my review of the Masterpiece Grimlock Reissued Edition. Now let me tell you, there are two different versions that are out there for this line. One is you have Grimlock with just him and his accessories, and then you have this version that I happen to have picked up that has this rubber flame looking piece that goes over his sword, and it also includes this heavy metal crown that goes over his head. Now I'm not sure exactly what part of the storyline this is from, but personally I could go without it. I just happened to pick up this line. This crown actually comes in this little piece right here. Looks like a coin, but it's just a plastic little piece, and you could put it in there and store it in there if you want. And this rubber piece, actually, which I actually will keep on, comes inside of this extra little compartment. Kind of neat looking little compartment, but not a big deal. Personally, again, like I said, if you don't need it, you're not concerned about this, it's not really worth the extra to go ahead and pay for that extra little those two little pieces. But that being said, I did pick it up. I still love the figure, love the way it looks. As you can see, if you're familiar with the Masterpiece line, you're going to have a quality figure with that remains truthful to the original look, the intended look of the Transformers. In this case, Grimlock. So this in Grimlock here comes with this classic gray mold. A lot of detail that's put into it that wasn't included in the original. And then you also have this wonderful looking shiny gold metal looking compartment that's on his chest right there. It looks great. I also love this extra little plastic piece that comes across so you can kind of see the inside. Kind of gives it that neat little feel. It kind of pops out at you. The other thing I do like about it is these pieces that are right here on his legs. Now these are not cheap little stickers or not paint jobs. If you can tell, they're actually like a colored plastic that's been fitted on there. So I really like that. It looks great. It kind of gives it a cartoony feel as well as making it pop. Now, one of the problems that you do have with the Masterpiece line, plain and simple, is the fact that, you know what, after moving them so much, they do become loose, and it kind of makes it difficult to pose. That being said, this one also has an issue in where the bottom right here, this big metal piece is pretty heavy. So that kind of limits in how you're going to pose this guy. Because if you move it too much to one side, he's going to start falling over. And, you know, slowly but surely he'll start falling over, and because it's just too heavy on one side. So that's kind of that's the downside of it. But again, it is a great figure. It looks great. Love the way it looks. You have some great articulation though, points within the knees, a little bit down here at the bottom. Obviously the arms do move up and down, claws close and open, and the shoulders, they move up and down. Now, and also this hand right here will open and close. That's it for the articulation for that hand. So that's all you're really going to get out of that. The other nice little thing about it is, if you notice, you have this in his sword piece, there's actually a light that gets emitted from his fist and carries through the sword. You can press a button down here and it lights up. Pretty nice. I like the way that looks. But probably my favorite part is actually the visor. That visor, that blue visor, really pops. It stands out great. I love the way it looks. And I can't say much more about that. I mean, I just really like that look. You know what? It almost reminds me of a look of the Robotech. I don't know if you're familiar with Robotech. Kind of gives me that look. The nice other thing that I love about it too, there's a piece in the back here. It sticks out. It actually allows you to change the visor's color. So you have blue to red. So you can have the style that you want to look. Obviously, that red right there is going to match the rest of him. Personally, I really like the blue. It pops out a lot. Gives it that robot feel that I really like. So that's the one I'm going to go and stick with. As far as other accessories that come with Grimlock, there are some accessories that come with the Dinobot mode that I'll mention in the Dinobot version when I show it to you in a second. But the only other accessory that comes with him is this laser gun. Again, it has a little plastic piece down here that allows the light to transmit through here and onto right over here into the front. So you obviously have that little laser effect. But that's it for the accessories when it comes to Grimlock in this robot mode. So there's that, and I'm going to go ahead and transform him, and that way you can check out the rest of Grimlock in his Dinobot mode.
Dinobots transform!
Okay, so here's Grimlock transformed into his Dinobot mode. Now, let me tell you right now, it took me about 20 to 30 minutes just to try to get him transformed. It does take a little bit of work there to get it done. Why? Well, part of the problem is the instructions are all in Japanese. Something to be, to be cautious about. You'll notice everything in here is written in Japanese. So any instructions you're going to get, you're going to have to look at it carefully. Look at the manual and just try to pay attention to those figures. So it takes a little bit of time because obviously you want to be careful and you don't break anything. Anyhow, so here's Grimlock transformed. As you can see, he's very faithful to the original. Really nice looking figure. You got these chrome portions of him down here. You also have the gold plated. You have this kind of see-through neckline right here, as well as the arms, which do move around. It's pretty tight, all this, so it's pretty nice. It should stay pretty much right where you want it at. Down here again, you also have this plate. Now, the kind of cool thing about it, I don't know if you noticed, but previously there was a Autobot symbol down there. Now it's gone. Kind of interesting the way they did that when you maneuvered it around. It's actually on the inside when you move it back in place. So very nice figure. Now, kind of neat little things about it. For one, you have the blue eyes. Obviously, that's different. You can do this. You actually lift up the head, and you can change the eyes to be whichever color you want, red or blue. And there's your red eyes. Another neat little thing. I don't know about neat. It's almost pointless, but they did it fine. It doesn't really make a difference. But look at that mouth right there. Nice and open. I love the open mouth look. I'd probably keep it just like that if I keep him transformed in Dinobot mode. But you can press this little side jaw, and it closes for you. Ooh, big deal, huh? Not so much, but it is there. They didn't need to do it, but I guess it's all right. The other thing they did was, if you notice, if you press down on this, I'm on this cardboard box, so I don't know how much I could press down on it. You see his head lift. So you can actually kind of do a little movement with it. Let me see if I can do it like this. You can see his head pop up. So it kind of pops up, kind of gives it a little animated look to it. That is pretty much about the extent of his Dinobot mode and the extras there. Again, you have these plastic pieces which really pop out. I'm glad they did this in plastic, not some sticker or some paint job. It really looks a lot more professional that way. Here's the seams. They come together, not quite as flush as you kind of would like them to. You can see a little bit of, I don't know if it's in the production right here, but a little bit of chip in the wannabe chrome, this plastic chrome looking piece. That's just part of the production process. Something happened there. Everything else, again, this flat gray kind of mold. Couple of chrome pieces, the fingertips right here, as well as the teeth right there. And that is Grimlock in his Dinobot mode. Now, there are pieces that do come along with this piece. If you look inside of this, with all the accessories, he actually has an apron that goes on there. You can even put this, yes, I know it's kind of hosey, kind of cheeky, whatever, this little bow tie you can put on him right in here. If you were wondering what this little piece is right there for, that's so you can put his little bow tie on here. I guess there's an episode where he's serving as a butler. So you also have an apron that goes on him, and he comes with the serving tray with some drinks that you can put on it, etc. No way am I going to do that. I'm sorry, but that's just not my thing. He also comes with, I'm not sure what episode this comes in or what happens, but he has this little piece that goes over his head. and it plugs into something. Now, I'm not sure exactly what, so maybe somebody else can put something in the comments to kind of give some indication as to what that's all about. Unfortunately, I don't know off the top of my head. All right. And that is about it for the accessories for Grimlock in his Dinobot mode. Well, I hope you enjoyed this review. If there's anything else you want to see about it or know about it, let me know. Give me some feedback. I like to try to, obviously, this is pretty new at doing this, but I'm in this for the enthusiasts out there who really care, who want to know a little bit about some products before they go ahead and buy them. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it, and there is Grimlock.